Welcome to another episode of Neurodegeneration Awareness and Artificial Intelligence, where we explore the fascinating intersection of technology and neuroscience. I'm your host, Sukant, and today we are joined by exceptional panel, my dear friend, Senior Professor Alfredo Gezzi, Malika, who's also a very senior researcher, and Dr. Kaniz, who's also been a professor, transitioning to Middle East from India. Young researchers like Sohit, Kanak, Sahil, Aditya, and Jignasa. Welcome, everyone.
Great to be here, Sukant. I love diving into this critical topic.
And thanks for having me, Sukrant, and for the introduction. And this is certainly an area with profound impact, which we all need to worry about, and in fact, find solutions to the challenges with using AI.
Thank you, Dr. Sukant. I'm really excited to be the part of this discussion.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. I'm very much eager to explore these advancements.
Thank you so much for having me in this podcast.
Okay, so let's look into mechanisms of early detection. Today, we are diving into how AI is revolutionizing early detection and diagnosis of neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and ALS, and how these advancements fuel awareness. And while we go on to understanding the mechanisms, please understand we're not here to sing all praises of AI. I'll soon come to you in next few episodes with how it works, the challenges, the failures also. But AI is the most radical technology making this possible. So let's start with the mechanics of all of it. Alfredo, how does AI technology enable early detection?
So, AI algorithms, especially those using deep learning, can identify patterns in complex databases like neuroimaging, genetics, or even wearable sensor outputs. These are often missed by human analysis, so it's really critical. This allows for early detection of disease markers, opening a critical window of intervention, which is the key to proactive awareness.
And how does AI process neuroimaging data?
Well, convolutional networks, neural networks analyze MRI, PET, or CT scans to detect subtle changes. In Alzheimer's disease, for instance, they identify hippocampal atrophy or amyloid buildup. In Parkinson's, AI can detect dopamine transporter dysfunction. These models enable early diagnosis with a very remarkable accuracy.
Also, beyond imaging, as you just discussed, AI can analyze fluid biomarkers and genetic data like elevated tau or neurofilament chain levels. Polygenic risk scores from DNA analysis can also help identify individuals at high risk, thus allowing for proactive screening.
Yeah, so I would like to add for what Dr. Malika said. So AI also picks up on subtle behavioral or cognitive shifts using smartphone apps or voice analysis. For example, changes in speech modulation can signal frontotemporal dementia, while wearable devices track gait for early Parkinson's detection, like non-invasive and scalable tools for everyday awareness.
Also, machine learning integrates a diverse set of data like MRI scan, genetics, cognitive text to build a predictive risk profile. For example, it can estimate a person chance of developing Alzheimer's disease in next 10 years, which can help the healthcare professional focus on early detection and awareness to those most at risk.
Also, as AI models train on larger and more diverse data sets, they refine their accuracy. And federated learning also lets global institutions collaborate securely, like improving detection while maintaining data privacy.
Okay, now let's get to awareness and practical application. Let's detect about how early detection links to awareness. Alfredo, what's the role here?
Well, AI-driven early detection fosters a culture of vigilance, right? So clinically, it improves diagnostic accuracy, and in public health campaigns can then emphasize that these diseases aren't inevitable. They are detectable and manageable when caught early, which empowers action.
And in clinical settings?
Well, I'm guessing in clinical settings, AI assists clinicians by flagging subtle changes or subtle signs, really, like early atrophy on MRI, for instance, leading up to a follow-up test. And this will build trust in early diagnosis, motivating patients to act sooner and helping families better understand what's happening.
And following up for high risk groups, AI enables targeted screening. A general practitioner using an AI app can assess older adults' cognitive health and refer them for further care. That personalized outreach is certainly very powerful for creating public awareness.
Yeah. So I would also like to add that AI also supports real-time patient monitoring. For example, a smartwatch detects early tremors, can notify users or doctors, thus prompting timely intervention. Like showcasing that tech can actually empower daily healthcare management.
Yeah, and if we talk about research, public health, and community impact, AI helps clinical trial by identifying pre-symptomatic individuals who qualify for the experimental treatment. Also, promoting this through public campaign can help attract volunteer and generate enthusiasm around the progress.
Also, in addition to that, like interactive websites or AI chatbots explaining early detection can engage the public and make these concepts accessible. And this supports large scale education efforts also.
Yeah, what about the broader impact, Alfredo?
Well, early diagnosis enables timely interventions such as medication, therapy, lifestyle changes. These are key to improving quality of life. Sharing real world success stories inspires people to seek screening and normalize brain health as a part of our routine care.
Um, Scalable tools like mobile diagnostic apps allow outreach in rural areas. This democratizes detection and awareness, thus helping low resource settings also participate in the global health conversation.
Yeah, so AI also reduces stigma. When people understand that brain diseases can be detected early and managed, they are like more likely to talk openly and act without fear.
Of course, when we talk about ethics and equity, AI generated data can guide policies like national screening program, and advocacy group can use this evidence to push for more funding and inclusion in healthcare agendas.
Also, with the help of community tailored messaging, AI insights can reach specific demographics like the earlier detection and the rural population or underserved minorities, engaging inclusive engagements.
Yeah, let's talk ethics. Alfredo, what safeguards are essential?
Well, data privacy and transparency are always critical. AI tools must be inclusive and accessible, meaning low cost, culturally relevant, and clearly positioned as a supportive tool. They're not definite diagnostics. Avoiding bias and ensuring informed consent are always non-negotiable.
Yeah, that's true. How do we manage expectations, though?
Well, I think by educating the public on AI's supportive role, helping detect risk, but requiring clinical confirmation, clear messaging reduces false hope or anxiety.
So basically, my vision is one. AI transforms neurodegeneration from being a silent threat, which it was previously, into a visible, manageable health priority. It's less threatening, thus empowering patients, caregivers, and communities with various proactive tools.
Yeah, with actionable AI insights, we can help individuals change habits or seek help early, like improving outcomes and spreading awareness through stories that actually resonate.
I would like to add a point about collaboration. Collaboration among data scientists, clinicians, and community advocates will make this future a reality.
Also, AI turns early detection into a community mission, bridging science and human connections.
Okay, let's hear from student researchers. We have brilliant people, Sahil, Aditya, and Jitnyasa. Sahil, what do you have to say?
Yeah, it's amazing how AI can detect diseases early, almost like a brain detective. It also gives people time to act before they even feel sick.
Aditya?
I think AI makes it very easy to talk about these diseases with your friends or relatives or your guardians. Like if your phone helps spot early symptoms, it can become normal to check and share it with others.
Exactly.
Jitnyasa?
That's how these tools can work anywhere, like even in villages or any remote places. That means everyone can be a part of the awareness movement.
Very well said, Jitnyasa. I think AI can normalize neurodegeneration. So that was a very nice note from the young student Jitnyasa that it'll spread the awareness. I think, and what Malika said and Alfredo said. So this and Kaniz emphasized that it needs to go from a silent threat to a visible threat, early detection, manageable thing. So these are absolutely wonderful reflections, and there were points on collaboration. So this is very impactful discussion that was made by different people. I liked what Sohit said about how it can be for individuals. Especially enjoyed when Kanak said about community tailored, not just individual tailored things. So we had very different perspectives in this conversation. These are wonderful reflections. Thank you for all this impactful discussion. That's all for today's episode of Neurodegeneration Awareness and AI. Join us next time as we continue exploring how technology is reshaping the future of brain health. Thank you and bye bye.